Congratulations.
Thank
you. I love the sounds of 2 times US Open doubles champion. What does that change in your day-to-day?
Well, hopefully it doesn't change too much, honestly. Like I like the routine that I have now, but I am really proud of the fact that we are 2-time Grand Slam champions. To do with Erin is amazing. So yeah, I'm really proud of us.
Still all smiles. A point away from victory now. It's out! And they've done it! What a wonderful moment!
And when you win like that, is that jet fuel? Does that push you to say, okay, now I want to get this?
A little bit. I would say for me, my goal would be to claim some kind of title at Wimbledon, whether it's women's doubles or mixed doubles. Wimbledon is the elusive slam for me. I mean, I've come close, to Wimbledon finals, and last year we had a really good match in the finals. It was really competitive, so hopefully that it bodes well for the future.
How about a gold medal in LA in 2028?
Yeah, I mean, that would be incredible. I don't know if I want to play until 2028. Some people do.
I see you looking at your coach over there.
Yeah, some people do, but we'll see. We'll see how the body and mind feel. If I'm healthy, if I'm happy, then I'll definitely do my best to qualify and give it a good run. But if not, yeah, I'll be happy in retirement.
You talked about your body again, and if we look at like 2023 and 2025, the year in between 2024, aside from sort of the beauty of a bronze in mixed doubles, right, at the Olympics, 2024 was a jerk to you.
Tough, yeah. I mean, honestly, obviously the cancer diagnosis was very challenging, but I came back to the sport pretty quickly. I had a really good medical team behind me that helped me return to the sport quickly, sort of tailored a little bit of my treatment so that I could compete in the Olympics, put off radiation until afterwards. So I was lucky in that sense.
You don't ever, nobody ever owes anyone else a conversation about their own medical stuff, but you did keep it pretty quiet for a while. Why was that important to you?
It was important to me that only my closest inner circle knew what was going on, so that I did feel like I had support, obviously from my parents, my best friends, coaches, doubles partner. But going public with the information too soon felt like very overwhelming to me, especially the first 4 or 5 months. There were still a lot of questions that had to be answered, and I didn't feel equipped to be able to handle that type of attention, I guess, that could come from sharing my diagnosis. But then as the year went on, and October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and then I also had this inkling of like wanting to share information, because early detection was something that allowed my situation to be easier to manage than had there been a spread. And just at the end of the year, I thought, let's go into 2025 and share this news, and maybe it'll be able to help someone. And fortunately, I got a lot of messages saying like, oh, I've been putting off my mammogram, or, oh, I did feel something, but I didn't really want to, pursue going to the doctors because I was scared, but now I am going to. And so that was the impact that I wanted to have, is for it to be a positive one for other people. And I think it's done that, so I'm happy about it.
Did something about having it and going through the treatment surprise you? Like, did it change your sense of self a little bit?
I would say the interesting part early on was just that, until the first surgery, I could still train. So I'm still like playing tennis as if nothing's happened. But then you go through the surgery, and then you have to go through the recovery. And then as I was recovering and coming back to tennis, I just felt very grateful that I was able to be on the court. One of my coaches in Florida, Pat Dasick, was helping me adapt certain drills. He was tossing the ball for me because I couldn't lift my left arm high enough to toss the ball on my serve. So all those things just meant a lot to me, that everyone was kind of rallying for me. And when I started competing again, I still kind of maintained that perspective of gratitude and feeling like tennis was something that I got to do versus something that I had to do. And And I mean, yeah, people will tell you it's not always been like that. It's been, you know, I haven't always had the best attitude regarding my tennis. So cancer was certainly, you know, a kind of almost like a slap in the face to me. But I feel like I took it in the best way that I could, of like, hey, you have a great life, be happy for it, you know, you're one of the lucky ones.
And that hangs on?
It does, hangs on.
I love how when you say you haven't always had a great attitude about tennis, again, you looked at your coach.
Yeah.
She knows, coaches
she knows,
know.
Yeah.
What do you want people to understand about doubles? Because look, we don't spend enough time talking about doubles.
Yeah, I think in doubles, you learn so many great skill sets for even outside of tennis. I feel like the skills that you learn playing doubles are something that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. It's how you manage someone else without micromanaging them. It's how you problem solve with another person. I think that those are skills for life, and I wish that that side of doubles was shown more and valued more, because I do think it's super helpful.
How many times in your career have people said, so what about singles? Why don't you try singles? What do you say to them?
I did, and it was very lonely. And if, you know, for a long time I didn't have the financial backing to be able to work with a coach full time, only a couple weeks here and there out of the year, and that's not enough. You know, doubles was kind of my way of trying to fulfill those dreams. And along the way, I just preferred trying to master the craft of doubles, you know, improving the way that I work with someone else. I have such a great team behind me that it's just so fun to try to improve my doubles game now.
What makes it work with you and Erin Routliffe? As I understand it, you're the homework person. You're the preparer. Does Erin run more on instinct?
It depends on the week, I think. There's some weeks that she probably does run a little bit more on instinct, but then there's some weeks where I know she's watching a lot of film. She's really good at watching our matches back. I'm really good at watching our opponents. So I feel like she's good at learning from the match that we just played, and I'm good at preparing for the next one, which is helpful too, so yeah.
That's a relationship.
Yeah, it is.
The US Open did something, I don't know, either popular or strange, depending on your perspective, with mixed doubles, where they took these, you know, high-powered singles players and matched them up.
Either Tennis Central has hacked the US Open server, or this is an outrageous mixed doubles field. Take a look at these names set to play mixed doubles at the US Open.
Anyone who has questioned this move from the US Open is wrong based on who is playing in this. If our goal with doubles, mixed, whatever it is to grow the game, this is the win.
This is a Grand Slam event.
Yeah.
Mixed doubles, different combinations. The actual mixed doubles players seem shut out of a lot of it. How did that go over with the players?
I think, you know, it was very disappointing, I would say, more so because there was no collaboration on the innovation side of things. I don't really have an issue with tournaments, you know, trying to find ways to innovate and to bring tennis to maybe a younger demographic or to get more fans in the sport. The best part was that Iranian Vavasori, who won the mixed doubles last year, they won again. So I feel like
because they got, what's the term in tennis?
A wild card.
They got a wild card, so they were allowed to compete.
They were allowed to compete. It's almost like an invitation.
Right.
Right, because the entry system for this year's mixed doubles was singles ranking, highest singles ranking, and wild cards. And there was no room for a high doubles ranking. So you had the two number one in the worlds, Arevalo and Siniakova. They could not play together.
Wouldn't that break your heart? I mean, if that's your whole career and that's what you do and you're shut out?
No, of course. It was heartbreaking. It's, again, it was a challenge at the time to hear the news, but I think the fact that last year's champions won again proved that players who play predominantly doubles deserve a place in that draw and can make matches really interesting. So as long as there's a spot for those who do play predominantly doubles and work on that aspect of the game of tennis and yeah, I think it would be really interesting actually next year to have more of a blend of singles and doubles play with each other, against each other. I think that would be really, really cool.
My last question is just about, again, with Erin. If Erin were here right now, what would she say is the thing that drives her the craziest about you?
About me? The craziest about me. I'm trying to think what's annoying about me. Sometimes I like to warm up close to matches, and she doesn't like that. She likes to warm up earlier. So that might be a little bit annoying.
Okay, so
maybe if I talk about like growth mindset too much, she's like, oh, this again.
Don't get into the woo-woo of it.
Yeah, don't get into the woo-woo, but I'm like, you know what, the woo-woo's working, so.
Okay, this is a relationship. I get it.
Yeah,
You
it
navigate
is.
it.
It is, yeah.
Okay, well,
it
it's
depends
working
on the
well.
day.
It's working really, really well
Thank
for
you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
Congrats.
Thanks a lot.
You bet.